Welcome everyone to the Nevada Veterans Memorial Gala. So honored to have you all here to raise money for this beautiful memorial. It is one of the most amazing places to go to just honor our veterans here in our area. So if I could ask you all to take a seat, we're going to get going with an opening prayer. So I would like to, at this time, invite Chaplain Greg Watson from the Northern Nevada State Veterans Home to the stage.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing out there? You guys look amazing. What an incredible night this is going to be. Just a night to celebrate. And before we get started, we have some special guests in the back over at table 36. We have a few of our veterans from the Veterans Home. So please, if you could acknowledge them. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father God, as we get prepared for this evening, we want to pause to say thank you. Father, thank you so very much for our servicemen and women that are around the world continuing to fight for freedom. Father, thank you for all those that are active, all those that are veterans. Lord, we thank you for all that they have done for the pursuit of freedom. Father, we thank you for their love for their country and their compassion. Lord, we're so grateful to be here tonight as we think about the ways that we can honor our veterans. And Father, it's not just by remembering them or thinking about them, it's finding a way to serve them. And so, Father, we understand that this Memorial Plaza stands as a symbol to service them, to say thank you for all that they have done. Father, to say that we have not forgotten you. We remember your sacrifice. We remember your love for your country and your fellow men and women. And in every time that we go to this plaza, God, I pray that we will take a time to look at the names that are written on the wall, understanding, God, that there's a story behind each and every name. So once again, God, bless this evening, bless this time together, bless the food. We love you. We thank you. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Yeah, it's a story, a name, a family, and a community behind every one of those on the wall. So it is a really wonderful place to go. If I could also invite Paul Anderson, the Sparks City Council and board member, up to the stage. We are going to get things going with the honor guard. Oh, hi. I should pay attention to my surroundings.
Surprise. Good evening. Thank you all for being here. And so as we get ready to bring in the honor guard, we're going to do things a little bit different. Yes, this dinner is for the memorial that honors the brave men and women that sacrificed their life for our freedom. But what we want to do is honor those of you here this evening that have also served. So as the honor guard is coming forward, we would like to honor you as well. And what we want to do is please come forward so that you too can be honored this evening. Thank you.
Yes, if you are a veteran, please feel free to come forward and be a part of with the honor guard. All right, if we could take a moment, I'm going to go off script here a little bit. If we can give everyone a round of applause who's standing up here, thank them for their service. Yes. All right, I want to invite Melissa Dare up to, if we could all stay standing to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Now I believe we have a special performance from Jess Stewart of Amazing Grace. All right, can we give one last round of applause for all of our performers, as well as the veterans who are here standing in front of us. And now we thank the veterans who are with us today, but I want to invite Christopher Dare, the board president with the memorial, to come up here and just give a special thanks to those who could not be here today.
I want to thank everyone for coming, and we are going to take a moment here as well. I would like to invite up here Sergeant First Class Robert Deal to join me. And he is going to talk about the missing man table. But for a moment, I do want to thank some very special guests that are here. We have some Gold Star family that are here. And I just want to thank them for being here. They're in the room. And I just tell you, what we do and how we honor people and how we value people matter. And if you'll agree with that, would you just welcome our Gold Star families?
Before we begin our festivities this evening, I'd like to recognize our POWs, MIAs, by calling your attention to this table, this small table, which occupies a place of honor near our head table. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that members of our armed services are missing from our ranks. They are referred to as POWs, MIAs. We call them brothers. They are unable to be with their loved ones and their families tonight. So we join with them in this humble tribute. This table set for one is small, symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner alone against his oppressors. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. The single rose displayed in the vase reminds us of the families and friends of our missing brothers who keep faith while awaiting their return. The red ribbon tied prominently on the vase reminds us of the brothers who are not among us tonight. A slice of lemon is on the plate. It reminds us of their bitter fate. Salt sprinkled on the plate reminds us of the countless fallen tears of the families as they wait. The glass is inverted. They cannot toast with us this night. The glass is inverted. They cannot toast with us tonight. The chair is empty. They are not here. The candle is reminiscent of the light of hope which lives in our hearts to light the way home, away from their captors to the open arms of a grateful nation. Let us now rise and raise our glasses in a toast to honor Americans' POWs and MIAs and to the success of our efforts to account for them. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 seconds of silence. Thank you.
I hope everyone is enjoying their meal so far. We're going to get things going. So, as you all know, we are here to help raise money for the Nevada Veterans Memorial Plaza at the Sparks Marina. It is a beautiful place, and the goal is to honor all of our veterans, be able to use that memorial as a place to teach future generations about the sacrifice and service that our veterans have given us. And I think what's great is we're all going to have our own amazing stories about that plaza and veterans in general. Specifically for me, I have a really amazing memory of the plaza. Got it about 2 years ago. And it's actually a story that started 70 years ago. I was contacted by an amazing guy. I don't know if you know him. His name's Frank Greenwood. He said, hey, I've got this guy who found a Purple Heart in an abandoned car at a tow yard, and we've been trying to get this Purple Heart back to the family member, but we're having a hard time contacting them. So we did a little digging, a little research, and we were able to find the son of the man who that Purple Heart belonged to. And the guy actually didn't really know much about his dad. He grew up thinking that he knew his dad died in World War II. That was about it. And we were able to reunite that man and the Purple Heart at the Veterans Memorial Plaza in Sparks. That is where we met. We reunited that Purple Heart with the son, and he was able to find a little bit of closure. And so every time now that I'm at that plaza, I think about that story. And I think that that is what's beautiful about this thing, is we're all going to have a way to remember our veterans. So, of course, It is a location that could not have come together without the help of so many people. So I want to take this moment to recognize some of our special guests. First and foremost, it is for our veterans and our military members. So if they could please stand once again and we could recognize our veterans and our service members. Yes. Thank you all for your service. It is so appreciated. A couple special military recognitions we have. We have Major General Andre Berry here with us tonight, as well as Brigadier General Michael Hannafin with the retired Nevada Army Guard. Several elected officials here with us tonight. Yes, we have wonderful people here. Sparks City Mayor Ed Lawson and the First Lady. Sparks City Councilman Donald Abbott. Councilmember Paul Anderson, Councilwoman Charlene Bybee, Councilman Christopher Dare, and Sparks City Attorney Wes Duncan, all present today. Also want to give a big shout out to Story County Commissioner Lance Gilman, Story County Manager Austin Osborne, Story County Commissioner Jay Carmona, and Story County Commissioner Clay Mitchell, as well as Washoe County Sheriff Darren Balaam here tonight. Yes. And later on this evening, we will be graced with the presence of Miss Nevada 2023, Taylor Blanchford. She's going to be helping me out. And we also have a representative from Lieutenant Governor's office, Michael Dayton. And I want to also give a shout out to representatives from our Senator's office, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, as well as Senator Jackie Rosen. All right, now I want to give invite to the stage the man who has helped spearhead this all, Christopher Dare, the president of the memorial, to talk a little bit about really what this means to the community.
Good evening, everybody. I want to thank you all for coming. If we did miss any electeds in the room, we thank you for coming. You're awesome. And just know we all voted for you, so it's okay. If you're a veteran in this room, that's really why we're here anyway. We are here to honor our veterans. We're going to talk about a few important things. We're going to let you chew and do all that stuff while we do that. But we do want to thank some very important people here as well. We have quite a few sponsors who stepped up, and we want to make sure you are aware of them. They've been on our screen. Everything Nugget, thank you. Your team has done a fantastic job. We appreciate all that you guys have done. Thank you so much. We have some of our regular sponsors. We call them diamond sponsors, but they give regularly. Hinckley family, Blake Smith family. One of the people I want to thank as well, Rebecca Kitchen from Colo TV. Some of you might be thinking, I recognize that face. Well, you see her on TV, and she doesn't need to be here tonight. She comes and volunteers her time, and she just had a baby, and this is her first night out having fun without her child, so give her a hand. Earlier, our Sparks Fire Honor Guard were the ones that walked in. We thank them so much. And Jess, our bagpiper. One of the things tonight, and I say this, and our guest speaker is very aware of this situation that happened, he wasn't our first choice. And it's not personal. Our first choice was a guy named Brian Schul. Brian Schul, I met on Netflix. Anybody heard of Brian Schul? Yes, exactly, please. Here's what he flew right here. Check it out. He's an amazing man. He has an incredible story. But I happened to be at a dinner just not too long ago with another fellow group, the Military Alliance, who is an incredible group. Please continue to support them as well. But I tell you, when he was there, I went up and said hi, met him for the first time, and that night, literally at the dinner, he passed away. I know that that's interesting, but that is what happened. Some of you guys might have been there if you remember that dinner. I want to ask, if you don't mind, Andre Berry, if you want to come up, General, and join me with this. We're just going to do a quick countdown. We have airplanes that are going to, yes, they're airplanes that are going around to your table. Please grab these airplanes quickly. And because this was our original invitation, were these airplanes. And I talked to his sister, so she knows I'm doing this, and we're going to hopefully share this with their family. But these airplanes are the invitation to this dinner originally, and he could not obviously be here tonight because he graduated, is what I call it. I'm a pastor as well, so I actually get the honor of helping with his service in November. But we're going to use this. But we're going to do a countdown, and I'm going to ask if General View would join me in the countdown. So do you remember Brian Schull? Did you work with Brian a little bit?
Work with him. But I got to know him, and when he came for the dinner, we got to spend quite a few minutes together. And if you look at his history, if you look at his history, the SR-71 is I'd like to say, the premier airframe, and it flew at over 80,000 feet. And it was, check this out, it was faster than a 30-06 bullet. And if you know the story of Brian, he was shot down in Vietnam, badly burned, and spent years going through 15 surgeries. But 2 days after he got out of the hospital, he was back in the cockpit. So he was a phenomenal human being, phenomenal veteran, and some people called him a hero. He liked to say he was a survivor. So this is a great recognition of who he is and all that he stood for.
Well, thank you. Well, don't go anywhere. You're going to help me with the countdown. So I want to make sure everyone gets an airplane. If we hope we didn't run out, we actually had quite a few invitations, as you can tell, that we didn't know what we were going to do with. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you all throw them at me. And if you know me on social media, I really love my slow motion on my thing here. I like doing things on slow motion. You want to do it?
Athletic director.
Thank you, sorry about
The
that.
year for 2013.
Hit you with my weapon.
Douglas.
Yeah, they can throw it up.
High School. One, athletic director and administrator.
Will you film?
Of the year in the 2022.
Okay. Are you going to film? Both you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, whoever wants to film this, get them ready because we're going to toss them. And this is in honor of Brian Schull. I'll tell you this. I tell you what, his incredible story. And if you want to hear the whole story, go to Netflix because it's awesome. But ready? You want to do the countdown with me? Ready? We'll go down from 10. 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was good.
Food fight! I'm just kidding. No food fight. Thank you so much.
You're just terrible.
General Barry, thank you for joining us tonight.
Your wife, Dina.
Now, real quick,
For 32 years.
we do have a few things to talk about.
26.
I want to make sure you understand what's
With his
happening, so
fiancée.
please,
Austin with his
I say this nicely, but chew quietly if you don't mind, so you can make sure you can hear me. You might want to take one of those as a souvenir. He truly was an amazing man, and when you watch his Netflix thing, you'll be happy to have a picture of him and a remembrance of who he is and was. I want to share with you a little bit, and then one of the first groups I want to thank is our fellow city councilman from the city of Sparks, and I say that when Ron Smith had the idea with a few other of our veterans to do this, it was not my idea. So I'm standing here truly carrying another man's flag, a dear friend, someone I love so much.
And then
He's someone who worked with us, but I'll tell you, the city council quickly all agreed that this was a good idea and continue to support this idea. So will you thank them for their help with that leadership? So the mission of the Nevada Veterans Memorial Plaza is to preserve and honor the legacy of our fallen Nevada service members since 1864. That is what we're there to do. We have a lot of other things we do, but the goal is for that wall to be there, the education path to be in place, and so people for generations to come can learn and know what it means to be an American citizen and the sacrifice it was for their freedom. If you agree with that, will you make sure I'm understanding? I'm a pastor, so I do church. You're welcome to talk back to me. Tell me you agree with that. With your goal, I believe that goal that is being accomplished. We do have 200 more names that are going up on that wall. I say that the only reason they're not up there right now is because we were doing some vetting, and we want to make sure every name on that wall is a Nevadan citizen and should be on that wall. So thank you to the team who helped with that. For those people who are family or friend to someone on that wall, our heart is with you. I'll tell you what, I'm not a veteran. I've been a pastor for a long time, and I've walked with veterans, and I get to serve as a chaplain. But more importantly, a lot of you are my friends. And I appreciate, just like everyone else in this room, the sacrifices that have been made. I'm not the main speaker. I won't be talking that much, but I want to make sure you understand a few things about the memorial that are important. One is, since the opening in November, and a lot of you are at our grand opening, we've had easily over 150,000 visitors come through. And I'd like to take all blame for that, but the marina's awesome, and we have 150 to 200,000 visitors who come through that place. But I believe a lot of them also came for the memorial. It's been a great addition. Our goal as a board, our goal when I first started talking to Ron Smith, our friend, is to make sure veterans could gather and have ceremonies. If you've been down to the memorial, would you please raise your hand? If you haven't, don't be ashamed. It's okay. If you haven't tonight, you need to go by there. It's beautiful. But we have a lot of our groups here who go down there and go to the memorial, and they actually utilize it. Our goal was to make sure families could come together and that you could pause your life for a moment and teach your children of the most important things. I say that, and just hear me. A lot of you are veterans in here. A lot of you have a lot of ties to what we're talking about. But if you don't slow down, they won't understand why you're doing what you're doing. They won't understand. Believe me, I watch this all the time with kids. They don't understand all that their parents are going through because the parents were too busy to make sure they understood it. This memorial will serve as a place you can walk them down there and you can bring them down there. We want people to remember how great it is to be an American. It does not mean we're perfect. History's not perfect. We have things we're not always proud of. We know that, right? We're not ashamed of that. We know it for a fact. However, we learn from our history. We are a strong nation, and we have a strong future. Do you believe that? Please join me in a hand of a... Come on. One of our ultimate goals is that children from schools will be going down there on field trips to learn and see and understand the history of what has happened. We are very pleased that we have people who have teamed up with us, like our Vietnam Veterans Group. Thank you so much. Our VFW, DVA, the National Guard, our Run to Remember group, and there's many more. They all come and they utilize the memorial. Now, I have people who come and ask me, why are you still raising money? Didn't you build it? You're right, it's built. But Q&D, an incredible company in our region, saw the need, truly loves Danny and Ron and the family. And they said, we're going to build this even though you don't have all the money. Now that seems backwards from what most construction companies possibly would do, but this was that important to them. So in the end, we owe $900,000. And so our goal each year is to at least raise $100,000 that we can help pay off Q&D unless we get a large donor and pay off more. The good part is Danny still works there, so no one's coming after me for money. I'm not pressured, but it's important you get this. This is not a city project, though the city does support this in theory. No money from the city goes to this. We have a lease. It is a 501c3. We raise money. We even paid to cut the grass. The memorial pays to cut the grass for the memorial. So when I talk about raising money, sometimes people think it's government. Oh, that's at the marina. The city will take care of all that needs to be there. This is something, and believe me, you want to keep it this way. Nothing against us politicians, but it's really nice to keep this out of the hands of government and just keep it right where it's supposed to be. That does mean every gift you give is tax write-off. You can use it, you can give it, you can share it, but please know that Q&D has done an amazing job, and we are so thankful to stand with them and so many others, truthfully, on that list. On your table, you will see that there is a very good explanation of what we raise money for. I did that on purpose. I want you to understand, I am paid nothing. I will never be paid a dime for this, what we do. Our board is paid nothing. We have two very part-time people who serve, and our full budget per month is about $5,000 a month, but that includes cutting the grass, maintenance, insurance, you name it, and none of it comes to me or anybody else. It's important you know that, because sometimes you might wonder how money is happening. People give to this. We have so many volunteers even here tonight. Volunteers put this together, and they're amazing. My ask tonight, and then I'll get out of the way for our guest speaker, is that you truly consider giving in whatever way that works for you. That might be that you take care of one of our months of maintenance. For a company, I know to give $5,000 a month is very doable. If you're a large donor and you want to step up, please step up. If you don't have a lot of money and you want to sacrifice a little bit and say, I can bid on something, I want to get a raffle ticket, just do what you can, and we appreciate it. But do it often. We do need to continue this. And I'm going to say something that sounds crazy, but I want you to know, once this board, some years ago, and we're not here anymore, if we don't figure out how to keep this going, the memorial won't last, because realistically, it is made up of us. We raise money every month, every year to do this. And so if we can get that thing paid down, that's awesome, and we are looking at some options for the future to make sure that's all in place. I do want you to know, the art piece over here, Art is over there still working on it. If you go down there, have you seen some of the boxes that have been painted? He's the same artist that did that. He's a good friend of mine, and he's been working on this painting for you guys tonight. And we're going to auction that off at the end of the night. It's the only live auction we have tonight. I'll be the live auctioneer, and I'm not very good at that, so just get ready. If you like that picture, please consider bidding on that. If you want a raffle item, I don't know if you fully understand what you're raffling for. There's only 5 items you can win. One of them is a $500 gift card to Southwest. Anybody like to fly these days? The other 4 items are one of these TVs in the room. That's the only 5 items you can win. So we're going to pick 5, and that's who gets to win those fun things. We are honored what we get to do at the memorial. We thank all of our volunteers. Can you thank our volunteers for a second? Because they are the heart and breath of all that happens here.
I'm a little upset.
Now, the final thing I'd like to make sure you're aware of, if you'd like to give, it's very easy to give. You can see it on the screens. They put it up. It's on your table. There's a text to give. We're not going to sit here and twist your arm and twist your arm. We're just going to put the need in front of you. And that's the piece we're going to do. The final thing that I want to do here tonight, and I'm excited to do this, is to give away a couple of these fun Eagles. And I'm going to ask if we can have Miss Nevada join me. I'll tell you what, can you welcome?
Trying to hook my son up with her.
Oh, yeah?
He doesn't know it yet, but.
Miss Nevada Taylor Blatchford. Did I say that right? Okay, very good. I got to meet her in Las Vegas, and she said she's going to be around. And I said, well, can I put you to work? We have some nice Eagles to hand out. So, with that said, I'm going to ask if some of our groups who come and they actually serve our community by giving and actually cleaning up the memorial. One of them is anybody here from the Rotary Club of Sparks Centennial? Where are you? Come on up. Don't be shy. Start making your way down here. And you stand in groups, because I'm going to call the rest of them up too. Our next one is going to be the VFW post. They do once a year, and we appreciate all the help we can get. But next year, hopefully, you're ready to do some good work. So if you're VFW, we have also our Chamber of Commerce. If anybody's Chamber of Commerce, they did a big cleanup for us. We have our Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 989. Woo, come on. Don't be shy. And then we have our Blue Star Mothers of Spanish Springs, and they are awesome as well. Look at this. Keep coming.
Okay, don't throw anything.
If you can't climb the stairs, it's okay. You can stay down here if that's difficult. I do understand. The reason I wanted to do this is I want you to see that truly this is volunteers. And in the future, guess what it's going to require? Volunteers. If you ever want to be a part and help, dive on in. But if you would like to, where's our Rotary Club at? There we go, right here. Awesome, awesome. Let's make sure we get a picture of you guys. We have our VFW post. Very cool. Vietnam veterans! Careful there, JR. Blue Star moms, if you want to just stay right there, we'll bring it down to you.
JR's a pretty good dude.
Here's the Blue Star moms right here. Oh, okay, there you go. And I'm not sure if we had someone from the chamber here tonight or not. They did a big cleanup. We'll get that to them. Will you give these guys a big hand? What do we have there, JR? Is that something you carrying around checks?
Christopher, it's been our pleasure every year to come to this wonderful gala. And for the record, we pay to come out and clean up the memorial. The first Friday of every month, Vietnam Veterans is honored to be a part of this. And we were honored in our March of this year to hold our Vietnam Veterans Remembrance event at the Memorial Plaza. So we'll be back and enjoy.
We got two foursomes, 2-night stays in golf and everything.
Thank you.
There's the real one.
But the minimum bid has to be $2,500.
Thank you, thank you. Give these guys a hand. We appreciate it. Now, I do want to say this whether these guys are stand up here. If you or any other veteran group wants to use the memorial, this is built and put together that you do not have to pay to use it. He said you pay to use it. He just gives us donations. So I want to make sure we clarify. Or if you want to do something for veterans, please let us know, because we want to make sure that place, we believe veterans have paid enough, and we want to make sure that's always available for them. So please give them a hand. Thank you. Miss Rebecca Kitchen, we're ready for you.
Are you guys all having a wonderful evening so far? I am too. And I know someone else is having a great evening, because just before I came up here, I was hailed over to Mayor Lawson's table. And Mayor Lawson, as well as Mari Chewy, said, you know what, we want to do something extra special. So that artwork is not going to be the only live auction tonight. We have a surprise for you guys. Mari Chewy is going to donate a tequila tasting. It's going to be worth $1,000 for 10 people at the Ranchera location. 9 bottles of tequila with food. Don't worry. They're going to take care of you. So that's going to be part of the live auction as well. So a big thank you to Mari Chewy as well as Mayor Lawson for taking care of that. All right, now I want to invite board member David Sousa up to the stage.
How you guys doing tonight? Is anybody out there? I can't hear anybody. You know, it is my honor to volunteer for this organization and make sure this Memorial Plaza grows to what it is, and to honor those fallen for the state of Nevada, and to make sure that we do justice in honoring their families. Today we have our guest speaker is a Nevada resident, 30-year retired educator in Nevada. He was the Nevada High School's 4A Athletic Director of the Year in 2013 while at Douglas and Nevada High School. He was the 1A Athletic Director and Administrator of the Year in 2022 while at Eureka. That's just what he does full-time, and now he's retired. His wife is down here below me, married for 32 years. Give it up for Deanna. He also brought his son, Austin, 28, with his fiancee, Jen. And they say the family still serves. He has his son, Jake, here, who's only 26. Give it up for Jake. The significance about Mr. Evans is the reason why this memorial is built. It's to honor the Gold Star families
Yeah, and it won't be.
and their relatives. Today, I'm going to introduce Jeff Evans, who is a unfortunate three-time Gold Star family, son,
Brother.
nephew,
Brother. I'm brother.
and brother. He also has, and he'll tell you about this later on, one of his sons is a Blue Star, which means he's still serving. So give it up for our guest speaker, Mr. Jeff Evans.
So I guess I'm the second choice, but to be second choice to Brian Schul is an honor. So that is not a problem. My name is Jeff Evans, and I'm proud to be able to speak to you this evening. I'm a longtime Douglas County, Minden, Nevada resident. And as David said, I recently retired from 30 years as an educator. I spent my entire career in the great state of Nevada. I worked at Clark High School in Las Vegas as an ESL teacher and coach, as a Spanish teacher, coach and administrator at Carson High School in Carson City. I was the athletic director and dean at Douglas High School in Minden. And my last 5 years, I was the principal at Eureka High School in beautiful Eureka, Nevada. Got some for Eureka out there. I loved every minute of my job working for kids. Regardless of what some like to say on the news, there are some great kids in America doing great things. The only drawback I have about retirement so far is that I miss the kids. As David said, I am also a Gold Star family member. For those that don't know what Gold Star is, each member of us has lost someone to war. It's an exclusive club that none of us want to be in. Now, some of the stories I'm going to tell you tonight, I've never told in public before, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do with it. So please bear with me if I get a little emotional. And it sucks that they put my table right there, so I get to look at the people that I'm going to talk about. So I'm just going to have to close them off. At Eastside Memorial Cemetery in Klamath Falls, Oregon, near where Highway 140 meets Highway 39, my family has 7 soldiers buried there that served their country in combat. We always said that if we wanted a family reunion, we would have to have it at the cemetery. My dad and uncle were killed in Vietnam. They were one set of 31 brothers killed in action in Vietnam nationwide, and one set of 4 brothers from Oregon. I also lost my brother to complications from injury suffered on his second tour in Iraq. On October 24th, 1968, my uncle's helicopter was shot down. My uncle, David Lynn Evans, was a gunner with the 117th Assault Helicopter Company in Long An Province. As a door gunner, he stayed on the machine gun in the downed helicopter so his fellow soldiers could make it to safety. He was killed during the selfless act. He was 19 years old, the average age of soldiers killed in Vietnam. I've been in contact with one of the soldiers who made it to safety due to Uncle Dave's bravery that day. He has struggled with his survival. He has had a sign on his office wall his whole life dedicated to my uncle. And it says, "Because of you, I have today." He invited my wife and I to a family reunion of his several years ago. He said that due to my Uncle Dave's selflessness, his family is able to have a reunion where mine is not. I could not get myself emotionally ready to go to this reunion, so we didn't go. My dad, Spec 6 Norman Francis Evans, was assigned to the Army Security Agency's 156th Aviation Unit stationed in Nha Trang. He was killed during his second tour in Vietnam, November 24th, 1970, 3 weeks shy of coming home. He was 23, my mom was 23, I was 2, and my brother was 1. My mom received the news of his passing the day before Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving holiday has always had a little bit different meaning for us. My mom said for the longest time after the soldiers came to the house to deliver the news of my dad's passing that I would have made her cry. I've spoken with a soldier that was there the day my dad died, and I don't think he has ever fully recovered from that day. He remembered every detail as if it was yesterday. I never knew my dad, and I never knew my uncle. My brother, Sergeant David Lynn Evans, assigned 1st Squadron, 82nd Cavalry Regiment, felt the need to enlist after 9/11. After suffering an injury on his second tour, he never fully recovered and passed away August 5th, 2011, 10 days shy of his 42nd birthday. My brother was named after my uncle. And my brother's funeral, it was one for the ages. It was held in Klamath Falls, Oregon, and he was to be buried next to my dad and my uncle. There was talk that members of the Westboro Baptist Church, and if you remember Westboro, they were going to be there to protest my brother's funeral. The Patriot Guard heard this and showed up in numbers. They were at the church where the service was held and escorted us all the way to the cemetery. Yes, thank you. It was a beautiful sight, following 50 motorcycles all carrying American flags. I remember passing by a father and his two small sons that were out working in their yard. As we approached, the father gathered his two sons together, and all three of them saluted my brother as we passed by. I will never, ever forget that. I'm thinking about it right now. As the honor guard handed me my brother's flag, I remember a wind that picked up on a very calm, sunny day. The wind, which everyone could see, rippled all of the American flags along the path, down the path to my brother's casket. The wind went through the family members, and then I can remember actually watching the wind disappear into the sky. Everyone saw the wind, but only the family members felt it. That was my brother saying goodbye. The saying, "Those who disrespect our flag have never been handed a folded one," is so true. I will never forget being handed my brother's flag and then handing it to my mom. There are no words to express how sad and how powerful that moment was. I have been very fortunate to get to know soldiers that served with all three family members. I feel blessed to speak with soldiers that served with my dad, so I can learn more about him and his love for God, his family, and his country. Where I lost my dad, my brother, and my uncle, my mom, she lost her husband, her son, and her brother-in-law. I also have 4 other family members who served in combat that are buried at the same cemetery. My dad and uncle had an older brother who served in Korea and 3 tours in Vietnam. I was fortunate to get to know Uncle Bob. My paternal grandpa, James Evans, served in World War II in Korea. He served in both the Army and the Air Force. My maternal grandpa, Arnold Davis, served in World War II. By the end of the war, he had walked across France 3 times. His stories of his time in foxholes in the middle of nowhere, France, were fascinating. My mom eventually remarried a wonderful man who raised me and my brother. My grandpa from the remarry, Art Gibbons, fought in the Pacific Theater in World War II. He would tell the story of him being a messenger, and each time he arrived at his destination, his backpack would be riddled with bullet holes. 2 years ago, I was fortunate to meet John Yespa, the founder of Honor Flight Nevada. I met him at the dedication of the Nevada Gold Star Memorial in Sparks. 1 year later, I was on Honor Flight with my wife to Washington, D.C. with other Gold Star families. John and Honor Flight had a weekend planned that none of us could have ever dreamed of. There were Gold Star members who had family killed in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Honor Flight had something special planned for each of us at our memorials. Mine, of course, was the Vietnam Memorial. And at the wall, I met the general in charge of Vietnam commemoration and the wall. Honor Flight had him there specifically to meet with me. We visited my dad and uncle's names and talked about them and their service. The general also asked me about my brother, which caught me by surprise. The general was an Iraq-era veteran and was genuinely interested in my brother and his service. And this is all a part of what makes Honor Flight so special. Over the course of the weekend, we visited the Korean Memorial, the Iwo Jima Memorial, and the World War II Memorial with Gold Star families who had lost someone in each of these wars. At each memorial, Honor Flight had something special for each person. On this trip, we met Mike and Lindy Leonard. They were on our trip as Gold Star family members also. Now, Mike was a decorated combat pilot in Vietnam, and he lost his brother in Korea. I was able to talk to Mike about my dad and uncle while at the Vietnam Memorial. Mike helped me understand more about my dad's service, and I don't think he understands how much he did. And Lieutenant Colonel Mike Leonard is with us tonight. Thank you, sir, for your service. Lindy's dad was killed during the battle for Iwo Jima. And at the Iwo Jima Memorial, Honor Flight had black sand from the beaches of Iwo Jima for Lindy to give to all of us. We stopped at a relatively new memorial that I had never been to. It was the Wounds That Never Heal Memorial. For me, this was the memorial that honored my brother. It was full of quotes from soldiers and family members of those injured that will never fully recover from the horrors of war. The quote that had the most impact on me comes from Roberto Barrera. I have a purpose in life, and that's been to help other military families through some of what I had to go through. If I had to go through it myself in order to help others, I am okay with that. Everywhere we went, we were given a welcome that was very emotional. At the Baltimore airport, we were greeted by hundreds of people applauding our arrival. They were shaking our hands, they were hugging us. And at various places, we were given welcomes and people thanking us for our sacrifice. I honestly didn't feel worthy of the praise, as I felt I had done nothing to earn it, until a Gold Star mom said she was proud to accept the applause because she was representing her son, and he wasn't there to accept it, so it was her job to do so in honor of her son. So from then on, I started proudly accepting all of the applause and handshakes and hugs from my dad, brother, and uncle, because they were not there to do so themselves. On the last night of our trip, Honor Flight had a candlelight dinner. We had to get up and talk about our loved ones. As I previously said, I never knew my dad, so I never knew I had really never grieved him. I was always that kid whose dad died in Vietnam, whose dad never came home from the war. As I started talking, I started crying. It was such good medicine for me. I never realized I needed a trip like that to take so much weight off of my shoulders that I'd been unknowingly carrying around my whole life. Sharing it with other Gold Star families who have been through the same thing was good for all of us. Our wars and our scenarios are different, but our outcomes are all the same. We have all lost someone, and Honor Flight has gotten us to talk about it. Honor Flight's motto is, "We leave as strangers and we..." This is so true. More important, in my eyes, is the emotional healing that takes place. On this trip, I met David Sousa. He's out here somewhere. He just talked. His service, his insight, his love for his country and family, and his willingness and want to help veterans and Gold Star are to be commended. He was always quietly watching and helping us, but his help came from a place of experience and love. His devotion to the veterans of Nevada and America should be praised. And Mr. Sousa is also a combat vet. Thank you, sir, for your service. I've been fortunate to go on 2 Honor Flight trips. The second time I was able to visit my dad and uncle on the wall with Vietnam vets. Listening to their stories helps me know my dad better, to better understand his service and his love for his country. We also got to welcome the Vietnam vets home, something they never got when they returned from the war. For me, personally, to be able to say welcome home to these Vietnam vets was powerful. John also introduced me to a Vietnamese family while at the wall. They donate every weekend volunteering to help guests at the wall. They have 2 little boys that thank every single veteran, and I watched them do this. They thank them with a handshake and a thank you for their service. They donate their time because they feel fortunate to be living the American dream. The Vietnam Memorial was completed while I was in high school. I remember our high school government class took a trip to Washington, D.C., and I was not able to go. My teacher sent me a postcard of the memorial, and on the picture of the memorial on the postcard was my dad's name. 58,000 names on the wall, and my dad was on the postcard. That was pretty cool. Thank you. On each trip, we were fortunate to visit the heroes laid to rest at Arlington and participate in the wreath ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Watching the ceremony is one thing, but to be able to participate in it with a wreath that represents you is incredible. The ceremony at Arlington is steeped in tradition, military history, and American pride. Watching the changing of the guard and understanding the devotion and commitment of these soldiers makes you proud. And if anyone ever wonders why we enjoy so many freedoms, there are over 400,000 headstones at Arlington that should tell you why. I am blessed to be here tonight with some wonderful people that I love dearly, and I'm not going to look at them. My beautiful wife, Dina, who has taken our family name and taught her boys that it is special and it is worth fighting for. She's the prettiest, smartest, and toughest one in the family, and she has raised 2 good men. My oldest son, Austin. He is a firefighter paramedic at Tahoe Douglas. He spent several years as a wildland firefighter with the elite Sawtooth Hotshots. The Hotshots are some of the best in the wildland firefighting world. He's also a pretty darn good paramedic. He has recently run 2 50-plus mile ultramarathons, and I said that right, 50-mile marathons. I personally, as his dad, am in awe of his mental toughness. I'm proud of him and all he's accomplished in his young life. Then we have Austin's beautiful fiancée, Jen, my soon-to-be daughter-in-law. They're getting married in 9 short days, and I cannot wait. She will carry the Evans name well and, crossing my fingers, bring in some new Evanses to the family. And then there is my youngest son, Jake. David Souza mentioned him earlier. The Nevada Soldier of the Year is mine. Go ahead and stand up, Jake. That was enthusiastic. Jake is a flight medic with Nevada's 238th Aviation Regiment. He wanted to carry on the Evans family tradition of serving in the military. Jake has been kind of a celebrity lately, being in a few newspaper articles and in some online articles. The national military publication Task and Purpose recently did a story on Jake. The article on Jake focused on the night he told us he was going to enlist. We were at the local pizza joint in Eureka, Nevada, where I was serving as the principal of the high school. Jake started crying as this had been weighing heavy on his brain. Soon, we were all crying. As a dad, I was crying because I was proud that Jake wanted to enlist and continue our family's tradition of serving. I was also scared to death. My family's track record of coming home from war is not good. Deployments are always a possibility, and when there are uprisings in the world, that reality hits you that Jake may be called on. Now, Jake recently won the Nevada Army National Guard's Best Warrior competition, and in doing so, oh yeah. In doing so, he was named Nevada Soldier of the Year, as I previously mentioned. He had to show his prowess in marksmanship, weapons, medicine, physical fitness, navigation, and other infantry skills. He also had to take written skills or written tests and be interviewed. By winning this competition, he got to represent Nevada at the Region 7 competition in Hawaii. My wife and I were able to attend and take part in some of the activities and watch a contest. The contest we watched was called the Beach Party. Now, this was anything but a party for the soldiers. They had to run 1 mile on the beach in full uniform. Then at the turnaround point, they had to break up the second mile doing a sled pull, a buddy carry, bear crawls, and other fun activities. I just got tired just watching them. Now, Jake recently returned from flight medic critical care training at Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio and Fort Rucker, Alabama. My wife and I were fortunate to be able to attend his final graduation at Fort Rucker. This was his final training for full duty status as a critical care flight medic with the 238th. The graduation was held at the National Army Aviation Museum on base. After the ceremony was over, we were talking to 3 Vietnam vets who were volunteering at the museum. In conversation with one, he found out I was a Gold Star and both my dad and uncle were killed in Army aircraft. The gentleman then asked me if I had seen the Army Aviation Vietnam Memorial housed at the museum. He said if both were Army Aviation, then their names would be on this memorial. They showed me the room where the memorial was housed, and sure enough, both of their names were there. I had no idea that this memorial even existed. It was an honor to be able to visit it, and an even bigger honor to share that with 3 Vietnam vets, my wife, my son, and 2 friends. The volunteers had never met anyone who had a relative on the memorial, let alone someone who had 2. It was an emotional time for all of us. Dina, Austin, Jen, and Jake, I'm proud of you all, I love you all, and I'm blessed you carry the family name, and will soon carry it in 9 days. Also with us tonight are 2 of Jake's sergeants, Staff Sergeant Mason Burkhart and Staff Sergeant Cody Clifford. They both deployed during Operation Freedom Sentinel as critical care flight medics. And I know a lot of Jake's success this year was due to your leadership. Thank you. They're at the RIMSA table. So all of the Army critical care people that are here tonight work for RIMSA. So that should make you feel pretty good if you guys are in an ambulance. You know you got some good quality people taking care of you. In 2017, the Evans family was honored to have stretches of Highway 39, the Crater Lake Highway in Klamath Falls, Oregon, dedicated to my dad, my brother, and my uncle. I've had numerous friends stop and take their pictures with the road signs and send them to me. Jen might have been the first person to send me a picture of her at the road sign. I knew then she was a keeper. It has been overwhelming, the sense of pride I get when I see these pictures. Now, behind every veteran and their families are stories very similar to mine. Our job is to never let these heroes and stories be forgotten. We must say their names, we must share their pictures, and we must tell their stories. We must let Americans know that their freedom is not free. We live in the greatest country in the world, and we have our freedoms because we have soldiers who have fought for it, and many of those have died for it. We have families who have made sacrifices for it, and for some families that was the ultimate sacrifice. Every day is an opportunity to tell our family stories so we don't forget them. I always shake the hands of veterans, tell them thanks for their service, listen to their stories, and more importantly, thank them for my freedoms. I spent 30 years in education in Nevada telling my students the same, to love their God, to love their family and their country, to listen to their parents' and grandparents' stories, and remember that they can tell their kids, to be good Americans and to be good people. I attended thousands of high school games and contests in my career. I was always in charge of putting up the American flag at football games. I would always tell the student that helped me that this was the most important part of the game. My last 5 years, my primary help putting up the flag was a student named Gabby Minoletti. Her senior year, she was my student body president. She said this about volunteer flag duty with me during her commencement speech at graduation. Mr. Evans taught me that the game was not important. The freedom to play the game was what was important. I never thought of it that way. We have some smart, insightful, patriotic young people in this country. The freedom to play the game is what is important. I've been able to attend several events at the Gold Star Memorial here in Sparks. Those events, for someone like me, puts me at peace. They bring together families who have experienced similar circumstances and help heal. The memorials that I have visited in Washington, D.C. have helped heal me in ways that I never knew I needed help with. The Nevada Veterans Memorial will help heal veterans and their families. To have such a beautiful memorial in our own backyard is a tribute to those who have built it. Our country was built on the backs of those willing to fight and die for it. The Nevada Veterans Memorial recognizes that, and I'm proud to be able to say that it is one of the most beautiful memorials I have visited. Regardless of all of the loss my family has experienced in defense of our great nation, I am blessed to be here. I am proud of my family and our sacrifices that we have made to this great nation. America was built on sacrifice and bravery. Our soldiers are the best the world has to offer, and I am honored to be able to be here today to recognize them and those veterans in attendance here tonight. If I had several wishes, I was going to say one, but I need several. I wish everyone understood sacrifice. I wish more people appreciated their freedoms and their country. I wish more people would think before they act or speak negatively about this land I love. I think I have earned the right to say this. We have to do better as a country. We have to do better for our kids and our grandkids. I've always believed that you have to make things better and leave things in a better place than when you first arrived. We as a country, as a people, as Americans, have fought too long and hard to give up. Originally, that was where my speech was going to end. But I had an experience just last Sunday at the Gold Star Memorial down the road that I have to mention. As I was taking part in the candle lighting ceremony to recognize our lost loved ones, I noticed two young boys and their mother taking part in the ceremony that I had never seen before. As I began talking to them, I had a hard time keeping my tears back. The boys were brothers, 12 and 13 years old. Their dad was killed in Afghanistan in 2011 when the boys were 1 and their mom was 4 months pregnant with the youngest. I was 2 and my brother was 1 when my dad was killed. The similarities of our situations were striking. I was them. They are me. They never knew their dad. I never knew my dad. Their dad died 41 years after my dad died. And I guess what I want to point out about this is that there are generations of Gold Star kids out there like me, and will be for years to come. The sacrifices for our freedoms are still being made. Thank you guys for being here. God bless all of you. God bless America. God bless our veterans and all our Gold Star families. Thank you. Thank you.
I do want to say, when we spoke, he told me he'd never done this speech before. And my hope is this, can you turn this up a little bit? I'll make sure you can hear me. My hope was to make sure that everyone here understood a little bit through the eyes of a Gold Star family member. The truth is we can never understand. And so that's one thing that I can just say. It's an honor to be here with you and stand with you and hear your story. But I like he mentioned, though, we must take our kids, our grandkids, and make sure they understand what it looks like to look through the eyes of somebody else and them understand what our freedom costs. Amen?
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You can come on over here and join me. Come on, we're going to tag team this part together, I think. So I'm going to ask if our board members would join me at this time. If you are a board member and you're here, you know who you are. Come on down.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I messed up. This is why you let the host do it, but I didn't see you, so I just took over.
That's because I tripped and fell over there.
That's awesome. But
thanks for this table for being very
with that
generous.
said,
and
Garth Oaksel, we're going to step back and let Garth do his thing real quick, and then we'll be up here for this part. But we have a few other board members that couldn't be here tonight, but I do want you to know our board is active and do a lot of different things, but we'll talk about them in a second. Garth, would you take center stage, brother?
Thank you, Christopher. So, I appreciate that. A little walk up chant for myself here. So, thank you for the opportunity to share with you tonight. So, at the time, we knew him as Councilman Ron Smith. And I worked for the Regional Transportation Commission of Washoe County, and I was managing the Southeast Connector project. And Councilman Ron at the time came to me and he said, Garth, I've got this idea. That project's going to be called Veterans Parkway when we're done. I want to do something for our community that honors those who gave their life to serve us and protect our freedoms. Sir, if you'll just let me finish my speech here, I'd appreciate that. So he came up to me with this idea and asked me if there was a spot we could put it. The original location was at the intersection of Veterans Parkway, Gregg Street, and Sparks Boulevard, the southeast corner there. And for some of the board members, you were with us at that time. I won't go into all the history behind it, but ultimately what happened is it came to a point where we could not put the memorial at that location. Not only did we have the memorial there, but the bridge over the Truckee River was going to be an educational component for our youth. As you walked along that bridge, you were going to go through a chronological timeline of what occurred with significant military actions throughout history. So when we found out we could not have that location, it was probably the biggest yet best disappointment that we experienced as the board. And I'll say the biggest disappointment is because we had been working for years on this location, but it ended up being the best disappointment because of its new location at the Sparks Marina. So hopefully a lot of you have been to that location and seen how absolutely gorgeous that memorial is at night when it's all lit up. It's amazing during the day, but for me personally at night, it's just that much more striking with the accent lighting that JK Architecture did. Now I'm going to give you 4 numbers tonight, and I'm going to give you 3 of them for right now. And those numbers are 36, 7, and 17. 36 because we are the 36th state in the nation. 7 because we are the 7th largest state in the nation. 17 because we have 17 counties within Nevada. So JK Architecture, who did the design for this project, took those numbers and ran with it when you come to the design. So next time you're out there at the plaza, I want you to go up on the stage, stand in the middle and take a look at the wall with all the names on there. And when you're standing there, you'll notice a number of key features now with those numbers. The first one, 36. As you're standing there, you'll see that the plaza is broken up into like pie-shaped wedges. Each of those is 36 degrees from where you're standing. The bands, the brick pavers between those are 36 inches. Again, with a 36 state. The centerpiece of the plaza, as I call it the centerpiece, the metal sculpture that's in the middle, that's the state of Nevada. If you've seen that, you've noticed it's not complete. This always gets me. The reason why that state is broken is because it symbolizes the break in the family when the member of your family is serving our great country. The fact that they're separate, they're apart from you. That separation between the two parts of the state is 7 inches. We're the 7th largest state. It's offset 36 degrees. We're the 36th state admitted to the nation. Now the number 17, there's 17 trees within our plaza, 1 for each county. So just a little background history, education of the plaza as it sits today. But the reason why I'm up here is we're not done with the plaza. One of the original visions that then, or as we know him now, Mayor Ron Smith, had was an educational component for it. So it isn't so much that we want to honor those who served, but we want to educate those who will serve. So the next and last phase, the biggest part of our phase, is this educational component. Now, I want to see what's up here on the screen. So as you heard, Christopher Dare mentioned that we are a nonprofit organization. We're a bunch of volunteers. So when you have volunteers, sometimes your artwork is not the best. This is an engineer with my kindergartner grade level art abilities showing you what the education component of this project would look like. So this is what I will say on the east side of the plaza with the marina behind you. So what we have there is a number of kiosks, granite monoliths, if you will, that are going to be located in chronological order as you're walking for, again, the significant military events that occurred throughout the history of Nevada. From when Nevada became a state, we've got obviously World War I, World War II, Vietnam War, Korean War, all the wars that occurred. So we have the opportunity to educate the future about the history that Nevada has played within our military service that members of Nevada or residents of Nevada have done. So in addition, if we can go, I don't know if I have the clicker up here, if we can go to the next slide. There we go. So we've got 2 more kiosks that appear to be by themselves. And it wasn't that we wanted them to be separate, but we wanted to give the impression that they're ongoing, they're eternal, they're long-lasting. So as you're walking along the education path, you're going to see all of the different military events that have occurred throughout the history of Nevada. But as you leave the plaza, there are 2 last kiosks that are strategically located to give you that long-term impression of what's happening. The first one, I believe, that's up here is on our POW MIA. So obviously, we didn't want that to be separate, but again, the lasting impression that you have as you're leaving this memorial, that our prisoners of war and our missing in action are always with us. We're taking that with us as we're leaving the memorial. The last one we have on there, if we can go to the next one there, is our suicide awareness. And this is something that has become much more prevalent because those who have served in our armed forces, oftentimes if they have physical ailments that they have brought home with them, those are easy to recognize. But it's the mental and the emotional toll that sometimes their service can have on them that is not very well evident. It's a little bit more hidden. We wanted to have a kiosk on here that recognized that not only do our men and women have physical tolls that they may have occurred during their service, but also mental. So we have this suicide awareness kiosk as, again, kind of a lasting impression as you leave the memorial that we wanted to have as part of this overall kind of symbiotic memorialization of those who have served our country. So if you remember when I first started up here, I'm going to wrap up here in about a minute. There were 4 numbers I wanted to give you. So as a brief recap, 36, 7, and 17. The last number I want to leave with you, and if we can go to the last slide on here, This is what these little kiosks will look like. Now this is, again, the engineering drawing, but imagine a large granite monolith that's about 4 feet tall, angled so you can read it, and you can see the various dimensions on here. That is what will be placed along the marina, as well as up the top as you're leaving for the POW, MIA, and suicide awareness. So this is what the granite monoliths will look like, and I think we got one more after this one. So this is a screen grab that we have. We've got security cameras out there on site so we can see what's going on. We have been extremely fortunate and happy that people have very much been respectful of the Memorial Plaza. We've only had one instance of vandalism. We were able to document that with these cameras, but so far people have thoroughly enjoyed this. I know we've all been out there, the groups that were honored before that came up here. Every time we're out there cleaning it up, I'm not exaggerating at all. People walking the marina that you can see right here, occurs all the time in these cameras that we've got. You mentioned 150,000, 200,000 people walking through right here. Right there in this image, you'll see in the middle, we've got the big metal rectangle. It's on either side of that is the educational granite kiosk that'll be there. 150,000 to 200,000 people walking by, but that's not the last number I wanted to give you. The last number I wanted to give you is each one of these educational components. You can put your name on there and donate for $15,000. You'll be permanently remembered as a supporter of the men and women that gave the ultimate sacrifice to our lives and helped contribute to this Veterans Memorial Plaza. So with that, I just want to remind you all, as it says there on the stage right there, all gave some gave all. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight.
I do want you to know we have these kiosks. And these guys are working on it, and we really do delegate. We have a couple of you guys working on that. We have other people doing on all different things, and so Garth's really helping lead that. But we do have, Blake Smith, thank you. We actually, World War II. I know your family has taken World War II, so that one's gone. You cannot get that one. Well, unless you want to go, I don't know what you pay. I'm just kidding. It's yours. Vietnam veterans has been, and it looks like our Reno Elks are looking at taking that one, and so that is exciting and fantastic. I say that these are open, and Q&D is very aware. We've talked. If we raise money for that, they know that they don't get that money. We've talked to them. They're okay with it because they want to see this education path done. So that means if it slows down us, so either way you give, it's still going to the memorial, and all of it's important. So with that said, I just want to make sure you do understand that. Come on over. We'll do this part together. Please stay up here. If our board, I want to make sure our board has a chance to tell everybody thank you. What do you got there?
I have a couple announcements, actually. So I think, I've heard a lot about Q&D tonight. Can we give you guys a big shout out? Because I didn't realize how much you guys gave to this plaza. So thank you so much. It is stunning. We actually show the memorial in the morning on our show. Sometimes it is beautifully lit up, and I gotta say, it is stunning. I also have been on multiple honor flights, and to see the memorials there and the reaction there, it is wonderful. To have that in our hometown, that's remarkable. So thank you all for your work to make sure that we have that here in our area. And can we give a shout out to the Nugget tonight, because they have done a wonderful job, and they have also stepped up. We did a couple announcements earlier that we're going to auction off the art piece. We're going to auction off a tequila tasting at Marichuy. We're also going to auction off $1,000 to Anthony's Chop House tonight as well. The Nugget very generously donating that as well to make sure that we have this memorial for years to come.
So one of the things we do need to have, I know there's some flowers sitting over here. If you are some of our volunteers and you are available to come up here, I know some of our main ones are over there working very diligently, and we will save them some flowers. But we have Diana and Kimmy, you guys out there, I know they're working hard. We have a whole team of Blue Star moms. But if you're in the crowd real quick, we have some flowers for you. Can we get some of our young men? Come on, get some of our people up here. Diana, come on up. We got a flower. Did she try running out of the room? Well, I don't know if you're going to get Kimmy away from that table. I know her. Good luck on that. We may have to bring her a flower. But we have flowers for our volunteers. We could not do this without them. Next year, we are very much looking at potentially doing this dinner at the memorial. I know that sounds crazy. Nothing personal, Nugget, but you still have to come. And the reason why is we keep showing you pictures of it, but we want to have you see it at night. And we're talking about doing potentially a show, a drone show out there, and it should be real beautiful over the water. So there's some really neat stuff we're talking about doing. So keep that in mind. Yeah, come on up, Diana. Can you thank this lady?
Yeah. You need to show
Very
the
good.
guns off to Miss Nevada.
Very good. She has worked very hard. There you go. There you go. That is awesome. There's truly is so many people to thank, and so we want to appreciate that.
Are we doing some raffles?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. I think it is time to do some raffle pulls. So if I could get the help from Miss Nevada. I believe she's who's going to help me here. There we are. Okay. I need the bucket that has the tickets in it. We can do a little show and dance until we then. We're going to do the raffle pull. And while we wait to get the raffle up here, just a reminder, you do have the donation information on your table. I know that you can buy bricks to lay at the memorial. What a wonderful Veterans Day present to someone in your life. It's coming up. That is a great way to say thank you for your service. So you find information on your the website there.
Okay, this is what we have you guys here for. You're going to help us pick a raffle item here. Come on, you're going to help us.
All right,
Our
so just a
board, we're going to put our
reminder.
board to work. But I'll tell you what, Miss Nevada's going to help here, so.
A reminder of what we have to raffle off is $500 to Southwest. If you want to take a little trip, a little vacation, we also have some TVs.
And then we'll get one of these guys to read it. Go ahead and hand it off.
So which one are we doing first?
We'll do the $500 Southwest first. So.
Sounds good. All right.
All right, so we'll do the last four numbers. Red ticket, obviously, you all can see that. Last four numbers, 8, 1, 3, 2.
Very cool.
Someone's going on vacation.
She's a big dog at the nugget.
Very good. So you need to go up and tell them you won, show them your number. You are it. That is awesome.
All right, we have 4 TVs, correct?
I'm sorry, we have 4 TVs.
4 TVs,
and
all
they're
right.
here. You're taking them tonight. If you don't take them, we make no promises.
So these are 52-inch TVs. So if someone needs a maybe, a new little demo.
Okay, this one is a red ticket as well, and the last four are 8, 1, 3, 9.
8139. Oh, come on.
The nugget is happening in the house. Can someone also bring up here the artwork for me, please?
All right, we're going to shake this up a little bit more.
I know, shake
I mean,
that
you
up.
guys are great and everything, but here we go.
Mark Sturbins, if you win one of these, I don't even know.
All right, one of the white tickets ending in 0588. Oh, back in the back right corner? No. 0588.
White ticket 0588. Going once. Going twice. 3 times. All right.
All right, I swear.
All right, a red ticket ending in 8114. 8114.
Oh, we have a winner.
What? No.
Cheer on big, but you let them know, and there you go. So we have two TVs down. Third TV.
Dude, you're looking yoked.
Red ticket, 8107. Oh,
Here we go.
there we go. All right, we got 1 TV left. Guy over there said bingo.
So if you did win, make sure you go tell them on
Was
my
that
right.
a real bingo, or are you just messing around with us? Oh, okay. You didn't look very excited. Thank you.
General Barry gave me a standing O.
Please go out and tell the front table that you did that. So, okay, our final one.
This is for the big TV. 0579. White ticket.
And I didn't anticipate people clapping.
0579.
White ticket, 0579. Give it once. Twice.
All right.
Oh, look, it's mine. Just kidding.
Better.
All right, well, now we're back to
I was
red.
thinking, you and Mason and Cody when I pumped that.
8109. Hey, there we go.
Gotta get you guys some preferential treatment.
This is the lucky side of the room over here. My goodness.
That is the kind of excitement we expected out of you, bingo boy. Come on. Well, very good. I want you, please thank our board. They do a lot of work. I appreciate them. They give a lot back. You guys just hang up here if you want. We're just going to do a couple things. We're going to bring Art up. We have these 3 auction items. We weren't planning to do a live auction, so I'm going to do this. Did I sound like a bidder there? Is that better? So we have. Now, the one thing we're going to do with this is not only we'll auction this off today, but we're going to take the same exact picture actually and put it on the stage at the memorial. If you've been at the stage of the memorial, you'll see that it's bare. And so we will end up putting this there. So Art has done an amazing job. He's done other work in actually the city of Sparks, but he also painted one of our things there. So we appreciate you, my friend. So good stuff. You want to say hi real quick? Come here. If that falls, you have to pay for it.
Oh, great. Hey, thank you so much, everybody. This really means a lot to me. I've talked to a few people in the crowd. My whole family on both sides are veterans from World War I. But my grandfather, who was Czechoslovakian in World War II, is probably one of the most important people in my life. And his story of coming to this country and meeting an orphan English woman, and a beautiful story. And I'm just very grateful that you guys gave me the opportunity to use art to be able to show the beauty of this country, the camaraderie of our humanity, and it means a lot. So thank you for letting me do a mural. Thank you for Christopher, all that you've done for the community. And this is really beautiful to see everyone come together. When we bid on this, there are a couple black lines and a couple details I still got to touch up, but I can personalize it to anyone, and all the proceeds go to help a beautiful cause. I know how important this is. Thank you, guys.
Very good. Very good. And so you just got to scream loud if you want to bid on this. So we'll just start the bidding, I think, at $250, because I think at least we'll start there. So we got a $250 right here. Do I have $300? Do I? Huh? I hear $500. Do I hear $600? Out in the audience, do I hear $600?
We have a $600 over here.
Oh, we got a $600 over here. Do I have a $700? $700 in the audience. Come on, don't be shy. This is for a great cause. Come on, come on, come on, come on. $800. He's jumping up. He's jumping up. Do I get a $900? Do I have a $900? Anybody out there looking for this? It's going to be on the memorial. He'll personalize it. $800. Going once. Oh, we have a $900. Did you raise your hand? Or are you stretching, Bear? Oh, $1,000. $1,000. Okay. $1,000 for a fast close. And gone. There you go. He wants his name. Chris, were you going to go to 1,000?
Don't worry, we have more.
Because he could probably paint 2 of these. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So 1,000. Thank you, Mark. That's fantastic. So please get with him. He'll personalize it, and that will be on the memorial. The other thing, okay, we have.
Should we do our tequila tasting?
Chewy, come here, brother. Come explain what we're doing here. We get to hang out with you, first of all. Is that part of this deal? Mayor Lawson, are you joining us? Come on, don't be shy. You guys know Mayor Lawson.
Come on up.
Does that mean you're going to join the party, Mayor Lawson? Do they get to hang out with you?
So Chewy talked me into this. He says, will you give $500 and then we'll do a tequila tasting at Chuy's Ranchera. He's gonna bring 9 bottles of tequila out to taste and drink for 10 people and serve food.
And serve food and great service for our community.
And I'm matching the 500 of the 1,000 to pay for it.
Yes, you are. We'll match the 500
So you're going to go another 500 on top of my 500 and his 500. I'm personally 500 in. Done. 1,500 worth of. So now we just need 10 people.
So $1,500 tequila tasting.
This didn't work out. We
Chewy.
didn't plan this very well, Mark.
That's what it's worth.
So what did we start at? 500?
Start at $500. You get $1,500 value.
All right, we got one.
Donald, he's always looking for a bargain. And let me tell you, what I did learn by being a member of the Tequila Society at Chuy's Ranchera is good tequila. So I'll be there to help you sample the tequilas so you know what you're tasting.
Such a
I
sacrifice.
will actually give you a class in how to taste tequila.
All right.
So I'm a Blanco guy.
Oh, no. I see someone over here.
600?
600? Do we hear 700? 700. Do we hear 8? 8, 9?
800.
Do we hear 9?
What number do we get from you, Blake?
Blake's going 1,500.
We got 1,000.
1,500 by Blake. Thank you, Blake.
I thought I heard 1,000. Did I miss?
Thank you,
I'm not a
Blake.
trained auctioneer, guys.
Where's
so.
Chris Barrett at? Chris Barrett wants to bid 1,500 also.
Was that an actual bid? 1,500?
No, we're
What are we
at
doing?
We're 900, 1,000. Chris, 1,100, 1,100. There we go. Well, I'm sorry, I can't talk that fast. I'm from Las Vegas. I'm from South Nevada. Anyone else? We're at $1,200 to Chris Barrett. We have 1,300. Come on, Blake. All right, thank you. I'm putting the touch on all these guys who need something from me later. It's not being recorded. All right, we got 1,300. 13 once? Twice? Remember, I'm serving your tequila. That's worth the price of admission by itself. Sold, $1,300. Thanks, Blake.
Thank you. And you know, this is not the only thing. We're hearing our heroes, our history of the U.S., and that's what tequila is all about. Tequila is not a shooting. Tequila is a history of a families of my beautiful Mexico. That's why I'm here so proud, listening to all this history of the United States. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your generosity.
All right, we got one more. That's the $1,000 to Anthony's Chop House.
Anthony's Chop House. And if you guys have not been there, it's fantastic, it's amazing, and it's wonderful service. It's right downstairs, and it is something worth definitely. So $1,000. So what's going to start that? At least it's $600. I'm going to start there.
600 over here. Do we have 700?
Oh, got 700 over there.
700. Do we have 8? 8, 9?
What'd you say? 800. Do I have it? 900. Do I hear 900? Go, 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 go. Oh, Miss Bobby's stepping in the house. You guys are in trouble now. 900 right there. We got 1,000. We got 1,000. Nope, we got 1,000. Donna. Uh-oh, we have 2 city council people kind of going out of here. So we have 1,000. Charlene, do we hear 1,100? 1,100. There you go. Do I hear 1,200?
Dinner for 10.
Dinner for 10. Say it again.
No limit. What? Hold on. No, I think the wine has been free over here.
Not necessarily limit.
Not
10 people.
10 people. 10 people. If you accidentally had 11, they wouldn't argue with you. So bill is not capped.
Wow.
Bill is not capped.
Bill's
so you
not
can
capped.
come and eat and drink and 1,200? Is that where we're at? 1,200? Do I have 1,300? This bill is not capped. You're going to have a fun time. I wish I had that money right now. in my
So
pocket.
$1,300, Anthony's Chop House. Bill is not capped.
Going once for 1,200. 13!
All right. Do we hear 14?
Do we have a 14?
Anyone?
JR just raised his hand. JR, did you just bid? You better tell him to be careful raising his hand.
2,000?
2,000 for 16 people.
Yes?
Is that a soul? Is that, you good? Okay. Do we have a better bidder? 16 people for 2,000. Does anybody want to go 2,100 for 16 people?
I think that's pretty awesome.
Going once, going twice, sold. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is absolutely fantastic. I do want to put up real quick, we are about to end our evening. We have so many people. We are thankful for you guys so much for being here. I do want to just for a moment, my darling wife, thank you so much for being awesome. She did a fantastic job singing, but she does so much more than that. Miss Karen Smith, God bless you, young lady. So glad you're here. Thank you to our host. Thank you, Miss Kitchens. We appreciate Rebecca being with us. Will you thank her?
Thank you all so much for being here tonight. It is an honor to be here, and thank you for your generosity. Remember, that's not the only way you can give. The bricks are still for sale. Get the information online. Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Please drive as safe and tell all your friends about the wonderful Memorial Plaza. Check it out. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much. God bless you.